Okay, this is video 2 of my cooking show. Leon's cooking show. Okay, you start off, we're gonna make a miso soup today. You start off by soaking your shiitake mushrooms 30 minutes in hot water and maybe 10 minutes on your dried seaweed. Just soak it a little bit of water, and then you cut your onions like medium large dice, and your ginger and garlic small dice is fine. You could mince it if you want. I mean, depends what kind of flavor you want. If you want a really hot soup, like, wake you up then you make it smaller. I'm going to be using Chinese eggplant today, but you could use any vegetables. If you're using zucchini, you could even add like more European kind of vegetables like carrots and celery, whatever you want. I'm also using traditional Japanese fish stock, which is called daishi. It's not too expensive to find in your local Asian supermarket. Alright, let me test my oil. Okay, our oil is hot right now, so just add everything, you don't have to wait. You could add a little bit sesame oil. You could add just a splash of sesame oil for flavor. Make sure your pot is really hot. You're just supposed to caramelize the ingredients. You're not really supposed to make it soft. I do everything in one pot. It's just simpler this way, and the flavors are better. You could do it separately. You could do it even ahead of time. I find this is the best way to do it. That's more of a commentary from my mom. As I discussed in the last video, it's really annoying, but what are you gonna do? At this point, when you sweated the onions a little bit, come here. Sure. See, the liquid came out a little bit, and they're a little bit more translucent. You could add your Chinese eggplant or regular eggplant or whatever, any vegetables you find for the soup, whatever you like. The way I make my miso is it's more of a meal than a soup, a side soup. Traditionally, the Japanese, they just drink it like a beverage. But I like it to be one meal in a pot. It's basically a meal in a pot and miso. And I think you definitely should salt this a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of salty ingredients in the soup, but a little salt is good for the cooking process. Right over your eggplant. If you want it to cook a little bit faster, you could add some this kind of vegetables take a while to cook, so I like to splash a little bit of alcohol. Any alcohol is fine. I'm using mirin just to be a little more traditional here. And I mean, you could do it by eye, but generally 1 tablespoon is fine. can even do this in a wok if you want. But the point is basically just to combine your ingredients, get all the flavors in the soup, but not really caramelize it because you want the soup to be more clear. I bought some nice baby bok choy in Chinatown yesterday, and you peel it and just wash it. Make sure you get all the sand out. And I'm gonna keep it. You could slice it, but it's really small, so I'm just gonna keep it whole to give it more of that rustic look. And it's like spinach, but just chewier a little bit. Just leave this maybe 10 minutes, medium flame. You can walk away, don't burn it. Looking good so far. I wish you could smell this right now. This is really great stuff. I can smell the ginger, garlic. At this point, you could add your shiitakes with the liquid and get some more of that. Start getting the pre-stuck liquid. Make sure everything's combined well. Raise your flame a little bit. You could use any mushroom. Shiitakes are just it's more traditional. If you're gonna use other mushrooms that you didn't pre-soak, you would add them after the onions. Cook them down a little bit. At this point, you're ready to add your water. Just do it by eye, depending on how liquidy you want your miso. I like it really thick. I don't like my miso to be like water. More of a stew. This looks good. Now we're gonna add the dashi. Mix it well. You don't want it to be everywhere. Make sure it mixes the soup well. I think any dry fish will work in the soup. Just mince it well, add it. Always when you cook, try to keep it clean. You know, you don't want to be confused. Have all your missing plots. Have everything pre-cut. Just clean up after yourself. So the soup is starting to take shape right now. You see how the color of the liquid is more looking almost like miso already. At this point you just bring it to boil.